she's or sa mga parents. Especially po, what if yung mga parents mo are not naman as privileged as the other parents? May mga parents din po na hindi naman din nakapag-aral, 'di ba? So, yun pa yung isang challenging. So, binanggit nga before, during our memorandum of agreement, nung nagkaroon po ng signing ng memorandum of agreement between the Department of Education at saka ng Radyo Pilipino Radyo Group, of course, at saka nandun din ang ating first district congressman na si Congressman Charlie Coangco during the memorandum of agreement signing. Binanggit nga doon na sabayan po ninyo, sabi ni Congressman Coangco, sabayan ninyo yung mga anak ninyo na nag-aaral, which is a good thing. Hindi lang kayo nagbabond, 'di ba? Hindi lang kayo nakikipag-bonding sa kanila, natututo pa kayo. Ayun. So, yung mga parents na kailangan ding mag-aral, kailangan din pong matuto, kailangan nating gawin yan. Para na rin po sa ating mga anak. Ayan. Meron lang pong meron lang tayong public service announcement. Ito, na-receive ko lang kanina. Para po sa mga taga Bamban, Capas, Concepcion, at La Paz, Zaragoza. Ayan. Magkakaroon po ng power interruption sa Friday. Friday, March 12, 2021, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Wow. Medyo mahaba-haba po ito, From 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Ang reason po, maintenance works inside NGCP substation. So, yun po yung dahilan kung bakit magkakaroon ng brownout on Friday, March 12, 2021 from 7 a.m. hanggang 6 o'clock p.m. Natatawa kasi, di ba summer na nga ngayon, parang ang init-init, tapos biglang magba-brown out. Mapalad ka kung yung bahay ay nasa, let's say, mapunong lugar, di ba? Pwede kang lumabas, di ba? Pwede kang lumabas, tapos pwede kang duduyan-duyan o kaya magstay ka sa ilalim ng mga puno ng inyong mga mangga. pwedeng gano'n siguro, nasa ilalim kayo. Pero kapag wala naman kayong gano'n, wala kayong malawak na bakuran, medyo nakakatakot. Pagka brown out na ganyan, 'di ba? Kasi yung init-init. So, exercise niyo po yung inyong mga kamay sa pagpaypay. Ayan. Kung siguro kung mayaman kayo at meron kayong mga generator sets, okay lang yon. Naku po, pero pag wala, di ba, parang uneasy, di ba? Ayun. Kasi talagang summer na po ngayon nga lang, di ba? Tignan nyo sa labas, talagang super init, ang taas-taas ng araw. Yun. Kaya po, ayan, sa Friday, yung mga taga-Bamban na nanonood ngayon at nakikinig, mga taga-Bamban, taga-Kapas, taga Concepcion, ibig sabihin po, pag binanggit natin yung bayan, the whole town, wala pong exception, sa buong bayan po yun, wala talagang kuryente. Bamban, Capas, Concepcion, La Paz, at Zaragoza. Medyo mahaba-haba po yan dahil alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 po ng gabi. So magtitiis muna tayo. Magtitiis muna tayo sa init at sa paypay sa araw pong yan. Ayan. So dito wala namang announcement pa dito po sa Tarlac City. Ayun. So there you go. Braced for the hot summer na tong Friday na to, lalo nating mararanasan yan. So may power interruption po. Ang dahilan daw po ay maintenance works inside NGCP substation. Yes. So yun, brown out daw. May power interruption po sa Friday. Another public service announcement. Ito po, para sa mga momshies din na nanonood ngayon, pati yung mga bata, ikwento nyo sa inyong mga parents or baka kayo din dahil mga bata ngayon humahawak na rin ng mga cellphones, 'di ba? May mga bata na talagang super techy, tsaka kahit maliliit na bata ngayon ay marunong na pong gumamit ng mga cellphones o mga mobile phones na tinatawag. Kaya iwasan daw pong mabiktima nung tinatawag na ayuda scam. Ano ba yung ayuda scam? O may mga, 'di ba may mga text scams, yung mga magte-text sila sa'yo. Dati may nabiktima na ako nito eh. Yung parang biniktima na ako one time ng ganito, yung nanghihingi ng load, pero hindi naman ako nagbigay ng load. Pero nakaka-panic yung mga sinabi niya dun sa text, kaya talagang magugulat ka eh, no? Tapos parang unknown number na lang na basta-basta na lang lalabas sa'yo, tapos biglang magte-text. Sabi niya, sasabihin nila na, may iba yung mga dahilan nila eh. Yung iba, sasabihin sa'yo na nanalo ka. O, di ba? Hindi ka naman sumasali sa, mag-isip ka na lang, hindi ka naman talaga sumasali sa mga raffle. Paano ka mananalo, di ba? So, yun yung isa sa mga scam. Another is yung, yun nga yung sinasabi nilang nanalo ka, tapos kailangan kailangan mo munang magbigay ng ibang mga information, whatever, no? Yung isa yon. Tapos yung iba pa, parang, eto si kamag-anak mo. Sasabihin ganon. Eto si kamag-anak mo, na wala ko yung dati kong number, eto na yung bago kong number. Nakabalik na ako, parang kunyari nasa abroad siya. Nasa ganito siyang lugar, nasa overseas, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos sasabihin niya sa'yo, na wala ko yung dati kong number, eto ganito, pero magpapadala ako ng balikbayan box. Pero bago ako magpadala, padalan mo muna ako ng 100 pesos na load. May mga ganong nagbibigay. Ayan, isang scam pa din po yun, ano? Nasa abroad siya pero hindi siya makapag-load. Tapos, nanghihingi siya sa ng load para padalhan mo daw siya ng oo nga, ng 100 peso load para daw papadalhan ka ng kanyang mga balikbayan boxes. Anyway, so isa po yun sa mga scam. Ano pa ba yung mga scam? Yung scam sa akin is, anak mo ba si parang yung anak mo na aksidente, ganyan-ganyan. May mga ganun, nakakagulat talaga. Sabihin sa'yo na aksidente yung anak mo, kailangan namin ng ganito, tapos sabi niya, magpadala ka ng 300 pesos na load. Kung hindi mo pa nababasa yung mga susunod, dun pa lang sa una talagang magugulantang ka agad eh. Sasabihan ba naman ng ganun, 'di ba? Parang syempre, magugulat ka. Naku, parang pag nakita mo yung mga ganun tao ay talagang gustong-gusto mo sakalin, 'di ba? Eto naman po, yung tinatawag nilang ayuda scam. Paano ba yung ayuda scam? Dahil syempre panahon ngayon ng quarantine, 'di ba? Panahon po ng pandemic, nauso yung mga ayuda, 'di ba? Binibigyan tayo ng gobyerno ng mga ganito, especially during the first few months ng 2020, nauso 'yan. Ayan, so meron na naman may mga nag-i-scam na ayuda scam. Sasabihin nila sa'yo, bibigyan ka ng ayuda, provided ibibigay mo muna yung account information mo dun sa taong yon, or kung sino man yung nagte-text sa'yo, 'di ba? So napakaduda-duda po yon, kasi yung iba, 'di ba, may mga binigay na silang mga GCash, Paymaya or whatever para dun na ipapadala yung mga ayuda. So yung iba, ganun ang ginagawa. Ay nako, pagka binigay mo yung PIN mo, halimbawa hinihingi yung PIN ng GCash mo, wala na, dead ka na. Kasi syempre pag kinuha yung PIN mo, ibig sabihin alam na nila. O, 'di ba? Syempre alam na ni number mo, na i-text ka nga nila. Di pagka, 'di ba, sa GCash lamang naman is mobile number lang, tapos kailangan mo ng PIN, o paano 'yan? 'Di ba? Nakuha na nila yung PIN dahil shinare mo na. So wag po kayong masyadong maniniwala sa mga ganong tao. Alam nyo yung mga panahong ito, yan po yung isa sa mga naglipa na. 'Di ba? Naglipa na po yung mga panahong mga taong ganyan ngayong pong panahon ng pandemic. Hindi natin alam kung bakit. Parang nagsulputan sila lalo ngayong panahon pong ito ng pandemya. Kaya ay nako, ko, 'di ba? Sabi nga nila ay 2 tao daw po yung parang nalikha nitong pandemic na to. Yung mga mabubuting tao ay lalong bumuti. Yung ibang mga taong medyo may kasamaan medyo sumama daw ngayong panahong ito. Well, anyway, dapat maging mas maayos tayo ngayon. Mas compassionate tayo ngayong panahon ng pandemic, at mas naiintindihan dapat natin yung kapwa natin because of what's happening. Because everyone is going through something ngayong pong panahong ito, 'di ba? So anyway, hello sa mga nanonood pa rin sa atin dyan sa Facebook. Good afternoon po kay Emmanuel Nunag from SPED Center SSES. Ayan, so magandang hapon po sa inyo. Ayun. Again, dun sa mga late, yung kakabukas lang ng kanilang FB or switch lang sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26, no? yung pong mga napapanood po ninyo ng mga episodes sa ARAL Tarlac Henyo within this week at saka next week will all be replay episodes po. So mga inulit lang natin yung mga episodes natin noong Feb 15 hanggang 19. Yun po yung mga ipapalabas namin the whole week, nitong week na to. And then the following week, mga Feb 22 to Feb 26 episodes naman. Okay? So klaro po yun ha. Puro mga replay kasi may mga nagtatanong pa rin. Replay ba? Replay ba sila today? Ayan. So, kinaklaro lang natin, ano. Mga replay episodes po, yung mga pinapalabas natin sa ARAL Tarlac Henyo. But, regardless, ano, kahit nga po replay yan, matututo ka pa rin naman, 'di ba? So, iba-ibang lessons, iba-ibang mga asignatura tinatawag, talagang katulad sa English, math, ganun, or araling panlipunan, napaka-importante po ng mga lessons na yan. So, you should just watch kahit mga replay yan. And eventually, after 2 weeks, babalik tayo ulit mga live na. Ayan, mga live episodes na tayo by then. But for now, since inaayos nga po nitong Department of Education, nagkakaroon sila ng remediation na tinatawag, inaayos nila yung mga learning gaps sa education, kaya eto muna, mga replay episodes po muna tayo this week. Kay Agnes Felix, magandang tanghali sa'yo. Happy viewing. Ayan, yung mga Facebooker po natin. Alam nyo, napakaganda kasi ng ARAL Tarlac Henyo. Hindi lang siya TV, no? Hindi lang siya iisang platform. So, meron po tayong television. Ito nga yung RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Dun sa mga may antenna, no? Ito yung hahanapin nyo lang sa remote nyo, yung RTV Tarlac Channel 26. Hahanapin nyo lang yon. And then, dun na. That's it. And then, simulcast din tayo sa radio. Yung DZTC Radyo Pilipino po, or 828 kHz. Hahanapin nyo yan sa talapihitan ng inyong radyo. Nandun din tayo, napapakinggan din tayo. And of course, yung third platform, ito nga pong Facebook Live. So, ilalike nyo lang yung page natin, yung RTV Tarlac Channel 26, and then that's it. Ayan. So, ipipress nyo yun, ilalike nyo, pwede nyo i-share, and then, i-press nyo din yung notification button, yung parang bell doon, di ba? At saka yung YouTube, ayan, meron din tayong YouTube. So, lahat na po ng platforms, wala na kayong ligtas. Lahat available na para sa inyo. Ibig sabihin, nasa sa inyo na lang po yun, di ba? Kung gusto nyo talagang matuto, everything is there, is offered in front of you. So, kung gusto ninyong manood lang ng TV, relax lang kayo sa bahay, uupo lang kayo sa inyong favorite sofa, that's it. O, di ba? Or, kung wala kayong TV na ganun, kasi sa ngayon wala pa po tayo sa cable channel, but eventually, we will be available na rin sa cable, which is parang wini-welcome natin yon, na magiging magandang development yon, because we understand na hindi po lahat ngayon ay, di ba, halos lahat ngayon ay naka-cable na rin. So, not everyone is using yung TV antenna na. Di ba? So, ganun, pwede rin. Or radyo. Pag radyo naman, sabihin nyo, wala kaming radyo. Pero hindi pa rin yung excuse. Kung wala kayong radyo, meron naman tayong Facebook. O, 'di ba? Kasi ngayon, 'di ba, halos lahat po ng mga tao ay meron ng mga cellphones, may mga mobile phones na. Kahit saan ka tumingin. And even the smallest kids can operate simple mga smartphones. Talagang kayang-kaya na po nilang i-operate 'yon. So, nakikita nyo, yung mga bata, lagi silang nakaharap sa kanilang mga cellphones, sa kanilang mga mobile phones. So, yun. Pwede kayong mag-Facebook. Pwede naman actually, parang multitask, di ba? Pwede siyang parang naka-minimize lang yung screen dun sa cellphone ninyo. Di ba? If you're using smartphones, Android yan or whatever. Tapos, naka-minimize lang yung video habang kayo ay nanunood. You can do other things at the same time. Yun. So, pwede kayong, habang nagfe-Facebook Live, pwede kayong gumawa ng iba pang mga bagay using your mobile phones. Ganun na ka-high-tech ngayon, di ba? Ayan. And speaking of high-tech, alam nyo po ba na itong Tarlac City government, ayan, congratulations po, kay Mayor Christy Angeles, because Tarlac City has been dubbed as the first smart city dito po sa buong Region 3. O, di ba? That's really something. Imagine, itong Tarlac City, yan. Binanggit natin kanina kung ano yung mga features ng pagiging smart city, kabilang po dyan yung yung pagiging, yung readiness nila during disasters. 'di ba? Kasi nga po napaka-importante niyan, especially tayo nga po ay nabubuhay na sa tinatawag nating iba na, yung may climate change na tinatawag. Kaya yung mga bagyo natin ay matitindi na, 'di ba? Parang mas kakaiba na, kaya dapat mas palalakasin, patitibayin natin yung ating mga bubong, patitibayin natin yung ating mga bahay-bahay, because iba na nga yung mga super typhoons na nga yung mga nararanasan natin ngayon, 'di ba? So meron silang readiness during disaster, parang early warning system. So ibig sabihin, malayo pa yung bagyo or wala pa masyadong, hindi pa ganoon katindi yung effect, pero pwede na tayong warningan dito sa Tarlac City. 'Di ba, na anytime sabihin sa iyo na eto paparating na yung bagyo, may ganito kalakas, ganyan. So it will give you ample time to prepare for any eventualities, or yung yung malakas na mga bagyo, pag-ulan, ganun. So yun yung isa sa mga features noon nung kanilang tinatawag po na Angel. Ayun, yung kanilang yun nga yung pagiging smart city nitong Tarlac City. So congratulations po sa ating Tarlac City government. Ang galing-galing naman for being the first smart city dito po sa buong buong Region 3. Ang galing. That's nice. Ayan. And also, banggitin natin kahapon nagkaroon naman po nitong Bisperas Market. Ngayon, so nagkaroon ng Bisperas Market. Bilang tulong po dito sa Bisperas Market, yung mga maliliit na negosyo po, nagbebenta ng kung anik-anik, ayan, may Bisperas Market po. And ito, bilang tulong sa mga maliliit na negosyo sa Tarlac City, muling nagsagawa ng Bisperas Market kahapon upang makilala po ang mga produktong tatak Tarlac City sa publiko. Kahapon was Monday, March 8, 2021. Sa inisyatibo po ni Mayor Christy Angeles, binuksan ang Tarlac City Pasalubong Center. Tampok po ang mga produktong gawa ng mga small and medium enterprises, miyembro ng Kaisa Women's Organization, at mga differently abled persons at persons deprived of liberty sa Tarlac City. Ayan, so sa ganito raw pong paraan, natutulungan po ang marketing ng kanilang produkto. So isa ang Bisperas Market ay isa sa suporta ng Tarlac City government. So ang maganda rin to, na-feature po yung mga local products, mga locally made products ng Tarlac City. Ayan, so sa may pasalubong center daw po ito, malapit ito sa City Hall, So kung nandito po kayo mismo sa Tarlac City, you can visit ito pong Bisperas Market. Suportahan po natin yung mga local industries natin na talagang struggling sa panahon pong ito ng pandemic. Ayan. So that's it for now. Umantabay lang po kayo dun sa mga episodes pa po ng Tarlac Henyo, ng ARAL Tarlac Henyo. Grade 8 and 9 po yung susunod. Yung replay po na episode natin dyan ay yung panghapon na episode natin noong Feb 16. Ayan. So the whole week po ito, mga Feb 15 hanggang 19 yung mga episodes na ipapalabas po natin. Maraming salamat po. Diyan lang po kayo sa bahay ninyo kung wala naman po kayong importanteng gagawin, lalo na at sobrang init po sa labas. So kung mga essentials lang po yung kailangan yung gawin, that's the only time na dapat kayo ay lumabas. So otherwise, relax lang muna kayo sa inyong mga tahanan. Maraming salamat po. Hanggang sa muli, ingat po tayo. God bless. This has been Lynn Gabilan. Good afternoon po.
Upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya, nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at TARLAK Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Poson para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, ARAL, Tarlac, HENYO. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac ay sasailalim sa radio-based instruction, katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to our sponsors for having this ARAL Tarlac HENYO for the benefit of our learners. My dear teachers, my dear parents, and everybody else in DEPED Tarlac family, you are invited to be a part of this, get involved, engage with it, ask a lot of questions so that we can improve more because this is for you. To you, my dear parents, this is now the opportunity for you to reach us out. Be with us. Tune in to this radio station, DCTC, Radio Pilipino, sa ating pong talapihitan, 828 AM radio po yan, Angat Tarlakenyo. This is for all of us. God bless us all.
To our partners in DepEd, thank you po sa inyong entusiasmo in helping our province meet the gap between distance learning and quality of education for our children. Sa mga TV ninyo, pwede kayo manood ng DepEd sa Channel 26. This is first and only TV station in Tarlac owned by Radio Pilipino Media Group na nagpartner kasama ng DepEd na gumawa ng ARAL Tarlac HENYO. Proyekto po ito ng DepEd Tarlac Province in partnership with DZTC Radio Pilipino Tarlac and RTV Tarlac Channel 26. So, yung mga walang tablet or walang internet, pwede manood dito sa programang ito at doon nyo po makikita at masusundan ang mga module ng DepEd sa distance learning. Yung iba pong nakatira, hindi sa Tarlac City, kailangan po mag-Facebook at i-punch in nyo RTV Tarlac Channel 26 on Facebook. Makikita nyo rin yung mga module sa mga handheld devices o cellphones o tablet niyo. So, thank you again to DepEd for being open-minded and helping us meet the challenges of tomorrow.
Buhay mga bata at lalong-lalo na syempre sa mga batang nasa ika-5 baitan. Hello!
Magandang araw din sa inyo, mahal naming magulang. Ito ang
ARAL Tarlac HENYO ng SDO Tarlac Province dito sa RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
At DZTC, Radio Pilipino, Tarlac.
Ako si Diana Vivacun, ang inyong teacher broadcaster para sa Homeroom Guidance Grade 9. Nasasamahan ka
at gagabayan kayo sa most essential learning competency na pagbibigay alam sa kinauukulan.
Good morning and happy learning, Grade 4. Welcome to
ARAL Tarlac HENYO here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
Simulcast over DZTZ 828. Radio Pilipino Tarlac.
I am Teacher Mercy Pacheco Bognot.
This is Alistair Aidatu.
I am Marie Josephine B. Andrade.
I am Teacher Princess Marie M. Dueñas, and I will be your teacher broadcaster for today.
media group ay nagagalak dahil patuloy po namin kayo mapagsisilbihan hindi lamang po sa DZTC Radyo Pilipino Tarlac but maging sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26. At hindi lang po sa TV, mapapanood nyo rin po ang mga content sa RTV Channel 26 through our social medias, Facebook and YouTube. Again, I want to congratulate our team who worked hard for this to be possible, the first provincial TV station here in Tarlac. Maraming salamat po sa lahat and God bless us all.
Hello and good afternoon to all of you, especially to our grade 8 learners. Once again, welcome to ARAL Tarlac HENYO here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26 simulcast over DZTC Radio Pilipino Tarlac. How are you doing today? I hope everyone is doing good and still enjoying the mode of learning that we have at this moment. Today is our 5th episode of Learning in English 8 for the second quarter. Join me today as we will be together in listening and learning in English 8. This is Teacher Brenda from Tarlac National High School, your DJ teacher. Before anything else, my dear students, I want you to get your Quarter 2 Module number 5, pen, activity sheet, and be in a place where you are most comfortable. Your module for today is all about recognizing positive and negative messages. Again, find a place where you are most comfortable while listening to the radio. Last time, we have learned about comparing and contrasting opinions. When we say comparing, we are identifying on how two items are similar. Whereas for contrasting, we are identifying how two items are different. Same through in opinion. We are identifying two opinions if they are similar or different by means of grammatical markers. To compare and to contrast. Do you still remember these grammatical markers that we have discussed? You may see them on your screen. Using these grammatical markers will help us to visualize on how someone thinks and feels based from the written opinions. I think our previous lesson is already clear. Now, are you ready to enjoy and learn a new English lesson? For today, we will be learning about recognizing positive and negative messages. Most of the time, we hear the words positive and negative in mathematics subject. Let us see on how we can use positive and negative in the English subject in recognizing messages. Now, ready your module? pen and activity sheet. I will be reading 5 sentences twice and write positive if the sentence message is positive, whereas write negative if the message of the sentence is negative. Are you ready? Again, I will be reading 5 sentences twice. You need to determine if the sentence is positive or negative by writing the words positive and negative. Number 1. We have not been seeing a great deal of each other lately. Number 1. We have not been seeing a great deal of each other lately. Are you ready for number 2? Number 2. The police concluded that the security system had been working properly. I will repeat. Number 2, the police concluded that the security system had been working properly. Okay, let's move to number 3. I think I am not doing enough. Number 3, I think I am not doing enough. Okay, let's move to number 4. You cannot even express your own emotions. Number 4, you cannot even express your own emotions. And let's move to the last sentence. Sentence number 5. They did their job well. I'll repeat. Number 5. They did their job well. Now, are you done answering? Let us check them one by one and let us see your answers, okay? What do you think? Does number 1 sentence give a positive or negative message? The answers are, number 1, it's negative because of the presence of the word not in the sentence. Next one, for number 2, it's positive. Number 3, it's negative because of the word not. Number 4, it's negative too. And lastly, for number 5, it's positive. Now, did you get all of them correctly? I hope that you were able to identify all of the sentences correctly. Now, how about in reading? How can we recognize whenever we read if a sentence tells a positive or a negative message? Same through with writing. How can we write in a way that the reader would understand our sentences if we want to express a positive or negative emotion? The tone on how we read will help us. But what is a tone? Tone refers to the emotion or attitude that the writer embeds in writing. It gives more context beyond the words used. In reading, we need to interpret the sentence carefully and add a layer of emotional context as if you are in that specific situation. And by doing so, it will be easy for you to identify if a sentence is positive or negative. Now, I want you to listen carefully as I read 4 short dialogues. And you will see that on your screen now. I will put emotions while reading to help you identify the tone of each dialogue. The scenarios in that dialogue are just the same. A teacher and a student are talking about the test scores. Now, you will write down on what kind of tone does the student demonstrate. Is that clear? Let's start the first dialogue. You made an A on the test. That's incredible news. Can you tell me, my dear students, what do you think the student feel or think based from his tone? The tone of the student is positive, right? Now, let's move to the second dialogue. You made an A on the test. I did? Now, students, what do you think the student feel about based on his tone, the way he reacted to his teacher? The tone of the student is skeptical or doubting. Now, let's move to the third dialogue. You made a B on the test. Of course, I knew it. Now, what do you think the student feel based on his answer, based on his tone? Isn't it the students is sarcastic, right? Now, let's move to the last part. This is just a sentence said by the teacher. And let us identify if it demonstrates a positive or negative tone. You made a pathetic C on the test. Now, dear students, what do you think the teacher want to demonstrate? Is it a positive or negative message? The tone is negative. In reading, we can recognize a sentence is positive or negative by adding a layer of emotions. Okay? Now, let me tell you some positive tone words and negative tone words that will help us easily recognize if a sentence is positive or negative. Tone words are specific words that help express a writer's attitude about the subject matter. As I enumerate them, you may write them down on your activity sheet. After I have enumerated, you will be constructing your own sentences using positive and negative tone words. Are you ready? Now, as you can see on your screen, the positive tone words that we can use are benevolent, sympathetic, tolerant, caring, well-meaning, truthful, straightforward, honest, and many more. Okay? Now, how about for the negative tone words? What are some of the examples of negative tone words? You may see them on the right side of your screen. The examples are aggressive, forceful, argumentative, offended, angry, threatening, and many more examples as you can see on your screen. Now, class, have you written all of them on your notebook or on your activity sheets? Now, I will give you a few seconds to check the words one more time that you have written about the positive tone words and negative tone words. Are you done? Now, listen carefully as I read 3 sentences, okay? So what you need to do now is you will be identifying if each sentence is a positive or negative sentence based from the tone word that I have used. Okay, I hope the direction or instruction is clear. You will be identifying if the sentence is positive or negative based from the tone or based on the tone word that I have used. Number 1, she is optimistic about her second quarter grades. She is optimistic about her second quarter grades. What do you think, learners? Is it a positive sentence or a negative sentence? Of course, it is a positive sentence because the word optimistic means hopeful, okay? And it has a positive tone. Now, let's try another sentence. Sentence number 2. The rich lady was very arrogant when he talked to us. Or when she talked to us. One more time. The rich lady was very arrogant when she talked to us. What do you think? Is it positive or negative sentence? Of course, it is negative because the word arrogant means behaving as if you are more important than the others, okay? And it has a negative tone. Now, let's move to number 3. Teachers need to be tactful when they talk to their students. Teachers need to be tactful when they talk to their students. What do you think, class? Is it positive or negative sentence? This sentence is positive because the word tactful means careful not to say anything that could hurt someone, and it has a positive tone. Did you enjoy identifying the sentences using the positive and negative tone words? Okay. Now, dear students, take note that not all of the synonym words can be used all the time. Okay? It is necessary to recognize the differences when selecting appropriate synonyms. I will be giving you some examples. First example, like what you can see on your screen, the words economical and cheap have the same meaning. They are synonyms. But even though they have similar in meaning, one can be used as positive and one for negative. For example, Alessandra performs a survey before buying any product. She is economical. In this sentence, the word economical was used as positive tone. Okay, how about the next example? Alessandra performs a survey before buying any product. She is cheap. In this sentence, the word cheap has negative impact or tone. So my dear students, we need to be mindful, okay, about the word that we use. Okay, it could have the negative or positive meaning, even though they have the similar meaning. Okay, take note of that. Now, what else? I will give you one more pair of synonym words. The words challenge and difficult. As you can see on your screen, for positive, we may say, doing the indicated task in the module is really a challenge. The first sentence has a positive tone, okay, using the word challenge. Whereas for negative, which is the second sentence, we may say, doing the indicated task in the module is really difficult. Now, let's try if you can recognize the sentences that I will be reading. It's your time now to answer some of the sentences and identify if they are positive or negative. I will give 2 synonym words before reading the sentences. Okay? I will give 2 synonym words before reading the sentences, and you will identify if they are used as positive or negative tone words. Are you ready? The 2 synonym words are conversationalist and chatty. One more time, conversationalist and chatty. And here are the sentences. Write down if they are positive, if the word is used as positive or negative, okay? Number 1, listening to him fascinates me. He is an excellent conversationalist. Number 1, listening to him fascinates me. He is an excellent conversationalist. Number 2, listening to him fascinates me. He is indeed chatty. Listening to him fascinates me. He is indeed chatty. Are you done? Now, have you seen the differences between the 2 sentences? The number 1 sentence, the word conversationalist, has positive tone. Okay? The word conversationalist has positive tone. How about for number 2 sentence? The word chatty has negative tone. So if you want to say a positive sentence, it is better to use the word conversationalist that describes a person who is good in engaging conversation than the word chatty. Now, what else? I will give you one more pair of synonym words and kindly identify if they are used as positive tone words or negative tone words. Okay? Get ready. Number 2 or second pair of synonym words. The words unique and weird. Unique and weird. Okay? Here are the sentences. Number 1. Anthony loves to experiment. He is really weird. I'll repeat. Anthony loves to experiment. He is really weird. Number 2. Anthony loves to experiment. He is indeed unique. Anthony loves to experiment. He is indeed unique. Okay, let us check if you were able to identify the sentences correctly. Number 1 sentence has a negative tone, okay? Because of the word weird, it is used as negative. Number 2, the number 2 sentence is much better and it has a positive tone. So if you want to use a positive tone word among the two, if you will be choosing among the two, it's better to use the word unique than the word weird. Now, you are able to learn how to recognize words that have positive and negative tone based on the tone of words and appropriate word on the synonym pair. After this discussion, you may answer the following sentences on your activity sheet by identifying if a sentence has positive or negative message. On our next episode, we will learn more about recognizing positive and negative messages through more examples that will be discussed by our next English teacher broadcaster. I hope that you have enjoyed and learned in today's lesson. Till next time, grade 8 learners, goodbye and keep safe.
upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya. Nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at TARLAK Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Poson para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, ARAL, Tarlac HENYO. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac ay sasailalim sa radio-based instruction, katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to our sponsors for having this ARAL Tarlac HENYO for the benefit of our learners. My dear teachers, my dear parents, and everybody else in DEPED Tarlac family, you are invited to be a part of this. Get involved, engage with it, ask a lot of questions so that we can improve more because this is for you. To you, my dear parents, this is now the opportunity for you to reach us out. be with us. Tune in to this radio station, DCTC, Radio Pilipino, sa ating pong talapihitan, 8 to 8 AM radio po yan, Angat Tarlakenyo. This is for all of us. God bless us all.
Welcome sa ating ARAL Tarlac HENYO ng Schools Division of the Province of Tarlac sa RTV Tarlac Channel 26 at sa bayang naririnig sa DZTC Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. Magandang araw! Naririto na naman po tayo, patuloy na nagsisikap at nagpupunyagi upang maging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Kumusta na kayo mga giliw kong mag-aaral? Ang aking pagbati at paghanga sa patuloy ninyong pag-aaral upang matuto sa kabila ng hamon ng pagkakataon, ang COVID-19 pandemic. Ako ang inyong guro, si Ginang Jennifer o Hanoya, upang samahan kayo at gabayan kayong maunawaan ang nilalaman ng ating aralin ukol sa mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Mga giliw kong mag-aaral, muli kong ipinapaalala ang ating naging kasunduan bago simulan ang ating talakayan. Naaalala nyo pa ba? Una, siguraduhin kayo ay komportable habang nakasubaybay sa ating ARAL Tarlac HENYO. Pangalawa, ihanda na ang inyong Module 5, ang inyong papel at ang inyong ballpen na gagamitin sa ating pag-aaral. At pangatlo, iwasan muna ang paggawa ng ibang gawain at ituon ang sarili sa ating paksang tatalakayin. Maaasahan ko ba kayo mga giliw kong mag-aaral? Mabuti kung ganon. Balikan muna natin ang paksang tinalakay natin noong nakaraang linggo. Naaalala niyo pa ba ang una at ikalawang bahagi ng ating paksang tinalakay? Tayo ay magkakaroon ng isang maikling balik-aral. Kayo ay magkakaroon ng 5 katanungan na dapat ninyong sagutin. Babasahin ko ang mga tanong ng 2 ulit. Maaasahan ko bang maibibigay nyo ang tamang sagot? Kung ganon, magsisimula na tayo. Inaasahan ko na ipapakita ninyo ang inyong katapatan sa inyong pagsagot. Handa na ba kayo? Para sa unang tanong ng ating balik-aral. Ito ay isang maimpluwensyang institusyon sa gitnang panahon. Ito ay isang maimpluwensyang institusyon sa gitnang panahon. Ang tamang sagot ay Simbahang Katoliko. Ang ating ikalawang tanong, binubuo ito ng mga pangkat ng pari na tumalikod sa makamundong pamumuhay sa panahong medieval. Binubuo ito ng mga pangkat ng pari na tumalikod sa makamundong pamumuhay sa panahong medieval. Ang tamang sagot ay monghe. Ang ating ikatlong tanong. Siya ay hinirang bilang Emperador of the Holy Roman Empire. Siya ay hinirang bilang Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. Ang tamang sagot ay Charlemagne. Ang ating ikaapat na tanong, pakinggan ninyong mabuti. Sa lipunang feudal, siya ang nagmamay-ari ng lupa at nagbibigay ng lupa sa mga sumusuporta sa kanya. Sa lipunang feudal, siya ang nagmamay-ari ng lupa at nagbibigay ng lupa sa mga sumusuporta sa kanya. Ang tamang sagot ay hari o king. At ang huling tanong para sa ating balik-aral. Sila ay mga nobles o dugong bughaw na nagiging vassal ng hari dahil sila ay nagbibigay ng suporta, pera, at payo. Sila ay mga nobles o dugong bughaw na nagiging vassal ng hari dahil sila ay nagbibigay ng suporta, pera, at payo. Ang tamang sagot ay lords. Ilan ang nakuha mong tamang sagot? Sa palagay ko'y mataas ang nakuha mong score. Kung hindi naman, huwag kang mawalan ng loob dahil marami pang pagkakataon sa susunod. Ngayon ay dadako na tayo sa ating bagong aralin. Handa na ba kayong mag-aral at matuto dito lang sa ARAL, TARLAK, HENYO? Tatalakayin pa rin sa araling ito ang mga kaganapan sa kasaysayan na nakasentro sa Europa. Ang mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Inaasahan natin na pagkatapos ng leksyong ito ay kaya na ninyong maisa-isa at masuri ang lahat ng mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Mga giliw kong mag-aaral, ito na ang ikatlo at huling bahagi ng ating aralin ukol sa mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Isa din sa mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon ay ang paglulunsad ng mga krusada. Alam na ninyo sa ating mga nakaraang aralin na sa panahong medieval, unti-unting namayagpag ang simbahang Katoliko. Nagsimulang maging Kristiyano ang mga tao sa Europa. Subalit, nang bumagsak ang Holy Roman Empire, nawalan ng malakas na pinuno ang imperyo. Sa kabilang dako ay nagpapalawak din ng imperyo ang mga Muslim. Nakuha ng mga Muslim ang Jerusalem. Bunsod ng mga pangyayaring ito, nanawagan ng Papa ng paglulunsad ng mga krusada. Ano ang kahalagahan ng mga naganap na krusada sa kasaysayang pandaigdig? Pag-uusapan natin ang mga sanhi at bunga ng mga krusadang ito dito pa rin sa ARAL, TARLAK, HENYO. Ang krusada ay isang ekspedisyong militar na inulunsad ng mga Kristiyanong Europeo dahil sa panawagan ni Pope Urban II noong taong 1095. Ito ay tinaguriang banal na labanan sa pagitan ng mga relihiyosong Europeo at mga Muslim na sumakop sa Jerusalem. panawagan ni Papa Urban II, hinimok niya ang mga kabalyero o knights na maging krusador at pinangakuan niya ang mga ito na papatawarin sila sa kanilang mga kasalanan. Marami ang tumugon sa panawagang ito ng Papa, kaya naganap ang mga krusada. Sa naganap na unang krusada, binuo ito ng 3,000 kabalyero at 12,000 mandirigma sa pamumuno ng mga prinsipe at mga Pranses. Noong taong 1099, matagumpay nilang nabawi ang Jerusalem at nagtatag ng isang estadong krusador malapit sa Mediterranean. Sila ay nanatili ng 50 taon sa Jerusalem, subalit kalaunan ay sinalakay muli sila ng mga Muslim. Mga giliw kong mag-aaral, ano ang napansin ninyo sa unang krusada? Tama, ang krusadang ito ay nagdulot ng malaking sakripisyo sa lahat ng mga sumali. Nanatili sila ng matagal na panahon para mabawi lamang ang Jerusalem. Sa ikalawang krusada, hinikayat ni Saint Bernard ng Clairvaux, sina Haring Louis VII ng France at Emperor Conrad III ng Germany upang pumunta sa silangan. Matagumpay nilang nasakop ang Damascus. Nagkasagupaan sina Richard at Saladin na pinuno ng mga Turko at nagkasundo na itigil na ang labanan. Sa loob ng 3 taon, ang mga Kristiyano ay malayang nakapaglakbay sa Jerusalem. Ang sumunod na krusada ay tinatawag na krusada ng mga bata. Noong taong 1212, isang batang 12 taong gulang na nagngangalang Stephen ay naniniwalang tinawag siya ni Kristo upang mamuno ng krusada. Libo-libong mga bata ang sumunod sa kanya, subalit karamihan sa kanila ay dinapuan ng sakit, nasawi sa karagatan at ipinagbili bilang mga alipin. Mga giliw kong mag-aaral sa ikawalong baitang. Nakakagulat na halos kasing edad nyo lamang ang mga batang lumahok sa krusadang ito. Nakakalungkot isipin na karamihan sa kanila ay namatay. Talagang kakaiba ang naging pakikibaka ng mga kabataan sa panahong medieval. Kaya mapalad kayo, mga kabataan sa makabagong panahon, dahil nabibigyan kayo ng pagkakataon para makapag-aral. Kaya mga giliw kong mag-aaral, samantalahin lamang ninyo ang oras habang kayo ay nag-aaral. Ang ika-4 na krusada naman ay naging isang malaking iskandalo. Ang mga krusador ay ibinuyo ng mga mangangalakal ng Venetra na isang Kristiyanong bayan ng Zara. Ang Papa ay nagalit sa ginawa ng mga krusador, kaya sila ay idinelektrarang ex-komunikado. Ang ex-komunikado ay isang kalagayan kung saan itinitiwalag sa relihiyon. Ang huling kuta ng mga Kristiyano sa Arce ay napasa kamay ng mga Muslim at ito ay naging simula ng paghina ng krusada. Nagkaroon ng iba pang krusada noong 1219, 1224, 1228. Ngunit lahat ng mga ito ay naging bigo sa pagbawi muli ng Holy Land. Sa kabuuan, ang mga krusada ay pawang bigo, maliban sa una, na nahawakan ang Jerusalem sa loob ng ilang taon at pagkatapos nito ay nanumbalik na naman sa kamay ng mga Turkong Muslim ang lupain. Sa inyong palagay, may positibo bang naidulot ang mga naganap na krusada sa gitnang panahon? Maganda ang naging resulta ng mga krusada sa kalakalan. Napalaganap ang komersyo at ito ay nagsilbing salik sa pag-unlad ng mga lungsod at malalaking daungan. Ang kulturang Kristiyano at Islamic ay napayaman din. Subalit, ang krusada ay naglantad ng tunay na mga layunin ng mga sumama sa gawaing ito. Nagkaroon sila ng pagkakataong makapaglakbay at makapangalakal. Tandaan din ninyo, mga giliw kong mag-aaral, na ang salitang krusada ay nagmula sa salitang Latin na crux, na nangangahulugang cross. Ang mga krusador ay taglay ang simbolo ng krus sa kanilang mga kasuotan. Isa pa sa mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon ay ang manoryalismo. Pagsasaka ang batayan ng sistemang manor. Ang manor ay isang malaking lupang sinasaka. Ang malaking bahagi ng manor ay pagmamay-ari ng mga lords. At ang ilan lamang sa mga magsasaka ang may kanilang pagmamay-aring lupa. Ang sistemang manor ang sentro ng lipunan at ekonomiya ng mga tao sa panahong medieval. Ang fief ay binubuo ng maraming manor na magkakahiwalay. Maihahalin tulad sa isang pamayanan. Ang mga naninirahan dito ay umaasa lamang sa pagsasaka sa manor. Ang pinakapusod ng isang manor ay ang tirahan o kastilyo ng Panginoong may lupa. Nahahati ang mga lupain sa manor nang naaayon sa mga paggagamitan nito. Sila ay kumpleto sa kagamitang pangsakahan. Mayroon silang kamalig, kiskisan, panaderya, kwadra ng Panginoon, simbahan, pandayan at pastulan. Kung maibigan ng Panginoon, ang mga kaparangan at kagubatan ay kanyang hinahati, ngunit nag-iiwat siya ng pastulan na maaaring gamitin ng lahat. Tandaan din ninyo, mga giliw kong mag-aaral, na ang manoryalismo ay isang sistemang pang-ekonomiya kung saan ang mga taga-bukid ay nagbibigay ng serbisyo sa isang piyudal na hari, pinuno o may-ari ng lupa bilang kapalit ng proteksyon. Ang lupa ay isa sa mga pinakamahalagang anyo ng kayamanan sa Europa sa panahong medieval. Mula sa ating talakayan ay nalaman na ninyo ang lahat ng mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Lubhang hitik sa mahahalagang pangyayari ang Europa na nagbigay daan sa pag-usbong nito sa panahong medieval. Maituturing ang pangyayaring ito bilang mahalagang bahagi ng transisyon sa daigdig. tinitiyak kong kayang-kaya na ninyo ngayong isa-isahin ang lahat ng mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Balikan natin ang ating paksang tinalakay mula sa unang bahagi. Subukan ninyong isa-isahin ang lahat ng mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Handa na ba kayo? Mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Una, paglakas ng simbahang Katoliko. Pangalawa, ang pag-iral ng sistemang feudalismo. Pangatlo, ang pagkakatatag ng Holy Roman Empire. Pang-apat, ang paglulunsad ng mga krusada. At panlima, ang manoryalismo. Nakuha niyo ba ang lahat ng tamang sagot? Nagagalak ako at nasundan ninyo ako dahil yan sa matyaga ninyong pagsubaybay sa ating ARAL, TARLAK, HENYO. Sana ay naunawaan ninyo ang ating paksa ukol sa mga pagbabagong naganap sa Europa sa gitnang panahon. Nalaman ninyo na ang simbahang Katoliko ay isang maimpluwensyang institusyon at siyang nangalaga sa pangangailangan ng mga tao sa panahong ito. Nalaman din ninyo ang kahalagaan ng pagkakaroon ng isang mahusay na pinuno sa isang organisasyon. Nagkaroon din ng pagpapanumbalik ng kulturang Greco-Romano sa panahong ito at sa sistemang feudalismo at manoryalismo naman ay nakita ninyo kung gaano kahalaga ang lupa. Sang-ayon ba kayo mga giliw kong mag-aaral? Ngayon ay batid na ninyo na ang mga pagbabagong ito ay mayroon ding malaking impluwensya sa pag-unlad ng aspetong politikal, pang-ekonomiya at sosyo-kultural noong panahong medieval. Sa tingin ninyo, bakit mahalaga na pag-aralan ang mga pangyayaring ito noong gitnang panahon? Tama! Tandaan ninyo na ang mga pangyayaring ito sa kasaysayan ay nagiging daan sa mga kaganapan na mahalaga pa rin sa kasalukuyan. Mula sa pag-aaral natin ng gitnang panahon sa Europa, nakita natin kung paano nagpatuloy ang buhay ng mga Europeo matapos bumagsak ang Imperyong Romano. Paano ito maiuugnay sa kasalukuyan? Mahusay, ang buhay ay magpapatuloy sa kabila ng mga pagsubok. Kakayanin pa rin nating bumangon. Dahil sa inyong mga natutunan, oras na para tasahin o sukatin ang inyong kaalaman. Kayang-kaya nyo nang sagutin ang itinakdang gawain sa inyong module. Sundan ninyo ang pahina 17 ng inyong module 5. Nariyan ang bahaging isagawa na kailangan ninyong sagutin. Pakinggan ninyong mabuti ang panuto. Kailangan ninyong sagutin ang katanungang ito. Alin sa mga pangyayari sa gitnang panahon ang maituturing mong malaki ang naging impluwensya sa kasalukuyan? Uulitin ko, alin sa mga pangyayari sa gitnang panahon ang maituturing mong may malaking impluwensya sa kasalukuyan? Isulat ang inyong sagot sa sagutang papel. Maaari niyong ipasa ang inyong gawain sa pamamagitan ng pagkuha ng larawan nito gamit ang inyong cellphone. Sa mga mag-aaral na walang internet access, maaari nyo itong ipadala sa inyong mga magulang sa itinakdang araw ng pagsusoli at pagkuha ng inyong module. Inaasahan kong kayo'y maraming natutunan sa ating paksa sa araw na ito. Muli, ako ang inyong naging guro, si Ginang Jennifer Hanoya, na nagsasabing ang pag-aaral ng araling panlipunan ay daan sa pagiging makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Hanggang sa muli.
Tuwing sasapit ang alas 5 ng hapon, parangalan natin ang ating mga kababayan na nasa unahan laban sa COVID-19. Lumabas tayo sa pintuan ng ating mga tahanan. Dumungaw tayo sa ating mga bintana. At atin silang bigyan ng masigabong palakpakan. Gumawa tayo ng ingay, ipagbunyi ang ating frontliners, at ipahayag ang ating walang hanggang suporta sa kanilang kabayanihan.
Gusto ko lang pong i-take itong opportunity ito para magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga doktor at nurses, especially yung mga nag-alaga po sa akin, sa buong Asian Hospital, at sa lahat po ng ating frontliners.
Umawit tayo at sumayaw at ipakita ang ating talento bilang pagsaludo sa mga bayaning nasa unahan. Talunin natin ang COVID-19. Sama-sama nating pagalingin ang ating inang bayan. Kaya natin to. We heal as one.
Upang matugunan ang mga kinakaharap na pagsubok ng mga guro at mag-aaral sa gitna ng kasalukuyang pandemya, nagsanib tulong sina Congressman Charlie Cojuangco ng unang distrito ng Tarlac, DEPED Region 3 Regional Director Dr. May B. Eclar at TARLAK Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo Poson para sa isang napapanahong proyekto na tinaguriang Project Shine, ARAL, Tarlakenyo. Ang mga mag-aaral ng Grade 4 at Grade 5, ganon din ang Grades 8 and 9 sa buong probinsya ng Tarlac ay sasailalim sa radio-based instruction, katuwang ang himpilang DZTZ 828 kHz AM at RTV Tarlac, Channel 26.
To our partners in DEPED, thank you po sa inyong entusiasmo in helping our province meet the gap between distance learning and quality of education for our children. Sa mga TV ninyo, pwede kayo manood ng DEPED sa Channel 26. This is first and only TV station in Tarlac owned by Radyo Pilipino Media Group na nagpartner kasama ng DEPED na gumawa ng ARAL Tarlac HENYO. Proyekto po ito ng DEPED Tarlac Province in partnership with DZTC Radyo Pilipino Tarlac and RTV Tarlac Channel 26. So, yung mga walang tablet or walang internet, pwede manood dito sa programang ito at doon nyo po makikita at masusundan ang mga module ng DEPED sa distance learning. Yung iba pong nakatira, hindi sa Tarlac City, kailangan po mag-Facebook at i-punch in nyo RTV Tarlac Channel 26 on Facebook. Makikita nyo rin yung mga module sa mga handheld devices o cellphones o tablet niyo. So, thank you again to DEPED for being open-minded and helping us meet the challenges of tomorrow.
Good afternoon, our dear students, especially graded learners taking up food processing. I am so happy to welcome you in our DEPED program, ARAL Tarlac here at RTV Channel 26 simulcast over DZTC Radio Filipino Tarlac and on RTV Tarlac FB Live. How are you, dear listeners and viewers? I hope you are in good health. Just sit back and relax and let's have fun while learning. Okay, this is Teacher Riza Reyla of Kamiling School for Home Industries from Technical Vocational Education Department. Today, we will focus on processed food by salting, curing, and smoking. Are you ready for a new lesson? Make sure that you are in a comfortable place. Get your compendium of notes in food processing with your paper and ball pen. First, let us have a review on our previous topic. Last meeting, we discussed the process and methods of salting. Let me see if you still remember our previous lesson. I have 3 questions here. You may use your cell phone in giving your correct answers. This is my number, 0919-3100-620. Again, 0919-3100-620. Or you may send your answers through SMS, Messenger, or comment section here. What is salting? Again, what is salting? Yes, you got correct answer from Miss Ria Dizon. Salting is the preservation of food with dry edible salt. It is related to pickling in general and more specifically to brining and curing. It is also considered as one of the oldest methods of preserving food. What are the roles of salt in the prevention of microbial growth? Your answer is correct. Salt is effective as a preservative because it reduces the water activity of foods. The water activity of a food is the amount of unbound water available for microbial growth and chemical reactions. Number 2. Adding salt to foods can also cause microbial cells to undergo osmotic shock, resulting in the loss of water from the cell, and thereby causing cell death or retarded growth. Last question. What are the 4 methods of salting? What are they? One of our grade 8 learners from Concepcion answered, and her answers are number 1, quench salting, number 2, brine salting, number 3, dry salting, and number 4, dry salting to make brine. I'm glad that you still remember our previous lesson. Are you ready for our today's lesson? Are you excited, my dear learners? But before we proceed to our topic, let me see if you have the idea with regards to our topic. Which came first? The chicken or the egg? Some says the chicken and some says the egg. Biblically speaking, the chicken came first. Why did I ask that question? Because our lesson for today is about egg preservation. Our topic is how to prepare salted eggs using salt as a preservative and clay soil from termites' house. Class, maybe you are wondering that instead of other raw materials, we chose eggs to process to make salted egg. Well, class, as a beginner in food processing, let us start by processing materials which are available within the locality. And you can buy chicken or duck eggs everywhere. Or some of your parents are raising chicken or duck that may be producing eggs. So, why not preserve them into salted egg, right? And of course, they are also cheaper than those that are sold in the market. You don't need to spend much for your practicum in food processing, and it may be a good opportunity for everyone to engage into a small business. Am I correct? Salting can be done in two ways. We have number 1, wrapping each egg with mixture of salt and clay soil for 18 to 25 days. Number 2, immersing the eggs into brine solution for 18 to 25 days. Salted eggs are traditionally made from duck eggs, but you can also use chicken eggs. In Filipino, salted egg is also known as itlog na pula or red egg because it is usually dyed red to distinguish it from a regular egg. Salted eggs are normally boiled or steamed. Before being peeled and eaten, they taste good with tomatoes. Here are the do's and don'ts in the kitchen. Why do we need to observe them? Yes, to avoid accident and to prevent food from being contaminated. The kitchen is the heart of any home, but it's also one of the most potentially dangerous spaces in a typical dwelling. Okay, class, let us have an activity. On your learning activity sheet number 1, you will see 2 boxes. Write the do's and don'ts in the kitchen. I will give you 30 seconds for this activity. Please do not forget to share, like our Facebook page, and join while learning at the same time. Okay, are you done? Okay, very good. You are keen observers, my dear students. Here are your answers for what to do in the kitchen. Number 1, wear complete PPE. Number 2, apply mise en place. Number 3, always wash your hands. And last, wipe up spills immediately. Here are your answers for what you should not do in the kitchen. Number 1, do not wear jewelry. Number 2, do not wear nail polish. Always wash your hands. You would think that this is given, but we often forget this. It is important to wash your hands in a warm, soapy water before and after cooking to avoid food contamination. Number 2, wipe up spills immediately. Wet floors are slippery when wet. 3, wear PPE. Let us use PPE or what we call the personal protective equipment, during the preparation for your protection and to avoid food contamination. Wear your apron to protect you from spill and stains. Wear your hairnet or bandana to reduce the chance of stray hairs. What about the face mask? It is a must to wear face mask to prevent spit out of saliva to the food. Wear plastic gloves to protect both hands and food from cross-contamination. Number 4. Apply mise en place because it gives you an idea of all the ingredients you have prepared for a meal. Mise en place is a French term meaning putting in place or everything in place. In case one component is missing that you have noticed, and avoid rushing or turning off the stove to go and get the missing ingredient. Before you start cooking, all ingredients are already prepared on the table. Number 5. Do not wear nail polish when preparing food. Number 6. Do not wear jewelry. Pathogens can be trapped under jewelry, which creates biological hazard. In addition, jewelry such as bracelets, watches, and rings could fall into food, creating a physical hazard. Since you are aware already about the do's and don'ts in the kitchen, I'm sure you are ready for our next activity. I have a picture collage. Identify the pictures inside the picture collage and classify each according to ingredients and materials, and tools, utensils, and equipment. In your learning activity sheet number 2, in the first box, write the tools, utensils, and equipment needed, and on the other box, write the ingredients and materials in preparing salted egg. I will give you another 30 seconds for your second activity. Just a reminder, class, if what you see on the monitor are not available during your practicum or actual practicum, you may use available materials and utensils within the locality. Okay, let's check. Your answers are correct. On the first box, we need basin, casserole, wooden ladle, earthen jar, net, and stove. Here are the uses of each. Number 1, basin or mixing bowl is used for mixing dry and liquid ingredients. Number 2, casserole is used in boiling the egg in grana solution. Wooden ladle is used for mixing or combining the ingredients. Number 4, container or earthen jar, it is used for storing the eggs during its process. Number 5, net is used to avoid breakage of the salted egg upon cooking. And last one we have is stove. Stove is used in cooking the salted egg. On the second box, your answers are duck eggs, salt, clay soil, hot water, and grana for coloring the egg. The following are the ingredients and their exact measurement in preparing the salted egg. Here are the exact measurement of each ingredients. In preparing the salted egg, we need 10 duck eggs. Eggs of ducks are better than chicken eggs. It does not crack easily as compared to chickens. to chicken eggs. Duck eggs have higher magnesium, calcium, iron, vitamin B12, vitamin A, and thiamine per 100 grams. They are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is vital for a normal human metabolism. Chicken eggs are very good source of inexpensive, high-quality protein. More than half of the protein of an egg is found in the egg white, which also includes vitamin B2 and lower amounts of fat than the yolk. Eggs are rich source of selenium, vitamin D, B6, B12, and minerals such as zinc, iron, and copper. We have also 1 kilo salt. Salt plays a profound role in the changes and solidification of yolk in raw egg. Salt as a preservative reduces the water activity of food. Salt dries the food and it kills microbes. We have also 1 kilo of clay soil. Clay soil, when mixed in salt, will produce a paste mixture that will easily hold the egg. Okay, we have also hot water. Hot water will help achieve an even distribution of salt and clay soil. We need also 1 tablespoon of grana solution. Grana solution class is a food coloring used to dye salted eggs. The use of grana solution nowadays is only optional, since many avoid the use of chemical in coloring the food. For our last activity regarding our lesson, you're doing it in your English subject. We call it as sequencing of steps. Arrange the steps in preparing salted egg from 1 to 7. Write 1 for the first step and 2 for the second, and so on. I will give you 30 seconds for this activity. Again, do not forget to share and like our Facebook page and join while learning at the same time. Okay, time is up. Let us check your answers. Rose Ann from La Paz got the correct answer. Kindly check your answers to our dear learners. Okay, we have 6, 5, 7, 3, 1, 4, and 2. I'll repeat. We have 6, 5, 7, 3, 1, 4, and 2. Here are the steps in preparing salted egg using salt and clay soil. We have the first step. Select good quality of eggs. Eggs must be fresh and no signs of crack. Second step. In a mixing bowl, mix together salt and clay soil. Add hot water little by little, and as it is being mixed until an even distribution is attained. Take note for this. You have to follow the ratio given, which is 1:1 to have a successful product. Third step. Apply generous amount of the salt and clay mixture at the bottom of the container and wrap each egg using this mixture. Dip duck eggs 1 by 1 or wrap each egg with the mixture. Fourth step. Arrange the eggs in the container with a space of 2.5 centimeters to keep from breaking. Fifth step. Cover with extra mixture and set aside for 18 to 25 days. They must be placed in a dry and safe place. Sixth step. After 18 to 25 days, collect and wash the salted eggs. Drain for 1 hour before cooking to avoid breakage. And the last step, seventh step, the last step is to cook the eggs in water that does not boil up to 100 degrees Celsius for 15 to 25 minutes, or cook salted egg in grana solution. Well, grana is a food coloring. Using food coloring nowadays is optional. Since others prefer safe products, they do not use grana solution. Here is the sample output of salted eggs. Okay, class, I'm sure you are familiar with the salted egg produced from pateros. Here in Tarlac, especially in the town of Kamiling, there are also industries engaged in salted egg production. Let me check if you are still with me. You may use your cell phones or laptop through SMS or Messenger or comment section, but by asking your questions regarding our topic. I will answer your questions before our session end. Did you find steps easy to follow? Be guided by the rubrics also written in your compendium of notes. Your parents or guardians will help you rate your practicum. To sum up the lesson we have discussed, salt is an effective preservative because it reduces the water activity of foods. You need to observe the do's and don'ts in the kitchen for you to be safe during the preparation. The ingredients needed are 10 duck eggs, 1 kilo of salt, 1 kilo clay soil, hot water, and grana solution. Here are the steps in preparing salted egg using salt and clay soil. First step, select good quality of eggs. Second step, in a mixing bowl, mix together salt and clay soil. Add hot water little by little as it is being mixed until an even distribution is attained. Third step, apply generous amount of the salt and clay mixture. Fourth step, arrange the eggs in a container with a space of 2.5 centimeters to keep from breaking. Fifth step, cover with extra mixture and set aside for 18 to 25 days. They must be placed in dry and safe place. Sixth step, after 18 to 25 days, collect and wash the salted eggs. Seventh step, the last step is to cook the eggs in water that does not boil up to 100 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Hope you find it easy and enjoyable. Good luck for your practicum, my dear learners. Now, my dear students, we have a short quiz. Our quiz is a multiple choice. I will read the question. Are you ready? Okay, number 1. It is used in storing eggs during its process. Letter A, earthen jar. B, carton box. C, vat. Number 2. It is also called a sodium chloride. Letter A, salt. B, pink salt. C, iodized salt. Okay. So, number 4. What is the ratio of salt and clay soil in preserving egg to be made into salted egg? A, 1:2. B, 1:1. C, 1:3. Okay, this is it. So, here are the answers. Okay, number 1, letter A. Number 2, letter A. Number 3, letter B. Number 4, letter B. And number 5, letter A. Okay, yes, we are back. I hope you learned a lot for today. I am Riza Reyla from Kamiling School for Home Industries, your teacher anchor for today. Okay. So do not forget. So let us remember, in TLE, we have skills, knowledge, and progress. Thank you very much and keep safe, everyone.
Sa pagnanais na mapigilan ng ating pamahalaan ang pagdami ng bilang ng mga kaso ng COVID-19, binuo ang One Hospital Command Center o OHCC upang mas mabilis na matugunan ang medikal na pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Bukas ang OHCC 24 oras araw-araw. Tumawag lamang sa mga hotline nito sa 0919-977-3333 o 0915-777-7777 o 02-886-50500. Maaari ring i-download ang Pure Force Citizens app sa Android o iOS upang mabilis na matugunan ang sinumang nangangailangan. Layon din ng OHCC na maiwasang mapuno ang kapasidad ng bawat ospital. Kaya't kung ikaw ay kinakailangang tumawag sa OHCC, mabibigyan ka ng libreng preliminary consultation. Para sa mga nangangailangan ng emergency quick response, makikipag-ugnayan ang OHCC sa DOH Bed Tracker at sa mga ospital upang makahanap agad ng pinakamalapit na bakanteng ospital. Ang transportasyon o ambulansya naman ng ospital na inirefer ng OHCC sa pasyente ang siyang susundo sa bahay nito. Kaya't kapag ikaw ay nakakaranas ng anumang sintomas ng COVID-19 o nangangailangan ng agarang tulong medikal, tumawag lamang sa OHCC at handa silang tumulong sa lahat ng oras.